that game did not disappoint at all. One of the most incredible ends to a football match I've ever seen. York City promoted in probably the most dramatic style I've ever seen on the final day there at Rochdale. Knew this would be an incredible game, an incredible spectacle, with both teams going into the final day with them both still having a chance to go up facing each other. I knew this would be an incredible game, and the match, to be honest, exceeded expectations. That end of the game was just incredible. And I think there's so much to unpack here, so much to talk about. So first off, congratulations to York City on promotion back to the Football League. 10 years as well out of the Football League. They finally made it back. They've had to endure some horrible years, even the relegation to the National League North as well, which took them a few years to come back up. But they have made it now. They're back. They'll be back in the Football League. We'll see them in League 2 next season. So very exciting times for them, and they did it in the most incredible style that I've ever seen. It's just outstanding football match. And Rochdale, commiserations to them. They're so unlucky to have to be going for the playoffs now, and it's controversial that only one team goes up automatically in this league. Of course, I think both clubs put out a joint statement midweek saying that they're both would support 3 teams going up. It should be like that really, and that does really reflect this season, the fact that both of those two have finished on such high points tally. 110 points for York and 106 for Rochdale. I mean, that says it all, going into the final day with just 2 points separating them both, plus 100 points. One of them had to go for the playoffs. I mean, it's probably the best title race that league's ever seen. Notts County and Wrexham was great a few years ago as well, but this one was just outstanding. The fact of them facing on the final day as well, it was just a shootout for promotion really, and it's very, very harsh on Rochdale. That's probably the most unlucky I've ever seen a team be, to miss out on promotion. It's so unfortunate, but they have to pick themselves up quick. Playoff games coming up for them. They'll have the semi-final at home this time next week, but you have to feel from today, because both teams deserve to go up really, because even Carlisle in that league, 95 points they've finished on in third. I mean, that's I think they've finished on, so that's sums it up really. They produced a brilliant season as well, but these two run away from even them. They couldn't get near these two this season. So 2 outstanding teams at this level. The fact that these are non-league clubs is incredible. The National League, the level has risen so much since they decided only one team could come up automatically there. So that is something they need to look at really. But as a result of that, we've got this incredible football game today, which I'll talk about now. Going into the game, Rochdale just needed to win at home to get over the line and throw York off of first place. A draw for York would have been enough, but I spoke yesterday, the other day, dangerous approach playing for a draw, but a draw would have been enough for them. But like I say, incredible start to the game as well. I mean, it was from York. I mean, York from minute one had the upper hand, with a dominant team for large parts of that first half in particular. It felt like the goal was coming for a while, but I thought Watmouth in the goal for Rochdale had such an incredible game today. I think he made some massive saves. I think and also that the way he commanded the whole defence as well. A very young player on loan from Man City, only 18 years of age, but played like a much more experienced player in that Rochdale goal today. I thought he was brilliant. Dan Moss was also very good for York in the other goal. I thought both goalkeepers today were very good in the big moments. Both made some big saves, but Rochdale in particular, I think their defenders as well. I think they defended so well. Some good blocks today. I think very impressive defensive performance from them. They wasn't getting forward much in that half though. The first half, the few times they did get forward, Rochdale, they looked dangerous. They looked like they had some good moments, but it was very much York dominating, pushing for that opening goal in that first half. And the more and more the game was dragging on, the more and more it was looking in that second half, the more and more it's looking like it could be a 0-0. Could York have just done enough to grind out the 0-0, and then that'll be enough for them? But there was always going to be a twist. I think there was always going to be something. The game was never just going to finish 0-0. Something was always going to happen, and did it, which we'll get to. But that, I mean, second half, I think we saw more big blocks, more big saves from Rochdale. But they did, 65 minutes in, around about that sort of time, started to grow into it, create some chances of their own. But then even in that last sort of 5 minutes, York are starting to really take charge again, and it's, 2 massive saves from the Rochdale keeper again. I think it's all really was shaping up for York to grab a winner. It was looking like for a while like they was going to grab the winning goal there. But I mean, chances wouldn't really fall in for Pearce today. So prolific all the season, chances wouldn't really fall in for him. But Stones, the way it was going, it was looking like he could be the match winner. But it was in stoppage time, which was against the run of play as well. 6 added minutes, right? 4 minutes into it, I think it was. We see the wonderful cross come into the box, and of course Desiree, so clinical for Rochdale this season. Big moment for him with his 25th goal of the season. Gets his head on it, brilliant header. Looks like he's got Rochdale in the Football League. Their fans are on the pitch, everyone's celebrating. It's looking like they've done it. An incredible moment to win the game like that, take it away from York in that fashion. You think they're gutted. They're thinking they're gonna have to go into the playoffs. Rochdale have done it in the final minute, and that in itself would have been incredible. The way against the run of play as well. Rochdale having to win at home, not really being in the, or very much being in the game, but York very much dominated the game. And the way it was going, just wondering, could Rochdale nick it 1-0? That was what I was thinking in the back of my mind. They like their late goals. That's why their late goals over recent weeks is what kept them in this title race. It kept them up with York for as long as they have done, and at one point was in the lead in this title race as well. It's their late goals that have done them so well this season, and they're being hard to beat, which they've shown both of them today. Could it be this two of their best attributes this season that won them this game? And that very much looked like the case. But when the game finally kicked back off for about 1.5 minutes to play, thinking, can York do anything? And this is one of the things that I was so impressed about with York today. To lose it like that, and to look like they're going to have to go through the playoffs again, which they had so much trouble in last season, and to have lost it the way they did after being in control the entire game and looking like they had it where they wanted it the entire game, to just go straight back in and push for that equaliser straight away, I thought was so impressive. The way they just got up and just went straight back at it, and then Stones does get his goal. It was a complete scramble. It was a block to start with, and then it looked like it might have not even gone over the line, but I think in the end it was clear that it was hard to see at first though, and then once they realised it went in, that away end went absolutely mad. Both sets of fans today, incredible as well, incredible from both sets of fans today as well. Both of them deserve to go up, but one of them's going to have to go through the playoffs, unfortunately for them. But and instead we got the York fans on the pitch, and after that, hardly any time for the game to continue. There's nothing really Rochdale could do about that there. And although that was the equaliser, that was the winning goal, that was the promotion winning goal. Absolute, just incredible scene. Some of the best that I've ever seen on a football pitch. As a game, you had to sort of live stream as well. It wasn't even on the normal telly, which is ridiculous as well. It should have been on the telly, but I got it on the live stream, and it was just absolutely incredible. The way that played out. I did wonder if there'd be one twist right at the end, and when Rochdale got themselves in front, that looked like that was going to be it. But then York just going up the other end. I think that sums up what this division's all about, and I think this sums up this title race. I think that was just one of the most outstanding final days I think we've ever seen, and National League's a league that's brought so much entertainment over the last few seasons, but in particular today I thought that was just unbelievable, almost like Leicester versus Watford all in years ago, straight one end to another, just absolute delirium at one end, then literally a minute later just complete opposite, contrasting emotions that both sets of fans would experience within those 2 minutes. It's just unbelievable. And when the game finished, you see the celebrations in York, how much it meant to them to be back in the Football League. You can also see the devastation for Rochdale as well. I really feel for them today as well, and I really hope they can go on and push on and go up in the playoffs, because they do deserve it. Both teams deserve to go up today really, and I think both their performances shown that. And you could even see like York, despite how happy they were, they even felt for Rochdale as well. I saw an interview with the match winner, or the one who got the promotion winning goal, Josh Stones, and even the York manager. All of them were saying like, feel for Rochdale, we hope they go up in the playoffs. Both of us should have gone up, and I think that sums it up really. But that said, that this season has been incredible. One of the biggest games, if not the biggest game in this league's history, that match, and thoroughly enjoyed it from minute one, and it just got better and better as it went on. I mean, it was enjoyable anyway, but the way it come alive in the stoppage time was just like I keep saying, it was just one of the best football matches I've seen, and it's a league that deserves so much more attention, and that game really shows why. I knew it would be entertaining. We've knew for a while now, since it's become a 2-horse race in that league, that it was a possibility that there could be a final day shootout between the two with them facing each other, and that's what it actually come down to in the end. Rochdale now though, what's next? Playoff games coming up, playoff eliminators midweek. We see Warren Wood take on Forest Green, and we see Scunthorpe take on Southend. I believe winners of Scunthorpe and Southend will travel to Rochdale next week. Winners of the other game will travel to Carlisle. So Rochdale have got that home advantage in that playoff semi-final. I wish them all the best, because I really hope they can get on and go up now to reach Football League again, because they've a team that's had some rough years as well. They've had 3 seasons in the National League after their relegation from the Football League. After 102 years in it, they're a Football League club, much like York. They need to go on and get back up. But yes, congratulations to York City. So many goals they've scored this year as well, York. And I mean, the points, if you look at the stats, the points and the goals that these two teams have scored between them this season, you know, it speaks numbers about how well they've both done. National League North and South finished today as well. Really big, you know, really entertaining leagues. Final days there by the looks of it as well. We see, you know, congratulations to Fold as well, promotion from the National League North back to the National League. Same with Worthing, they've got themselves up today as well from the National League South. We see Hereford, big club, survive on the final day as well. So a lot going on in those leagues as well. And when you go up into the Football League, you see big games up and down the country everywhere today in the Premier League, in the particularly for the relegation and the title race. And you see Championship, promotion race, relegation race, all League 1 and 2. It's all happening at the moment, and we've got some really big playoff games, no doubt, to come in this National League. So I'm really excited to see where this goes now. But yeah, that today was an incredible game. So hopefully a lot more to come in the playoffs.